Connection available. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here. Arise with David. Empowerment Talk. We're back again. We're back at it. Many of you probably tuned in a couple weeks ago when we had a very special guest, NYC. She was talking to us about some of her life's experiences and also what we need to do to release the things that happened in 2018. She put it so great when she said, just flush it, right? So anything that happened in your past, just flush it. Get rid of it. Don't concentrate on it. Flush it. Flush it. You don't need to bring it back up again. It's your past for a reason. So I think many of you tuned in. Man, when we finished the video, there were 758 views. Awesome. Totally incredible. And man, and I thank you guys for your support for the Arise with David movement. So, many of you have been reading our blogs. Thank you again for your support. And I was in service today, and a thought came to mind about the next blog that will be due to hit www.arisewithdavid.org. And that new blog that's coming out. Make sure you look for it. I may get started writing tonight. I may get started writing on Tuesday. But when I get my thoughts together and I get in front of this computer, I just go haywire and I just start, typing things that come to my head. The most important thing is that my experience impacts someone to think differently and move differently in life and appreciate what they have, appreciate life, and appreciate the being that they're in and also the destiny that's set before them. So the next blog that we're going to write about, the title is, Don't Allow Closure or Resolution to Paralyze Your Life. So many times we concentrate on resolution and closure from those bad relationships, from those crazy arguments, from sometimes people are upset with you and you don't even know why the hell they're mad with you. But at the end of the day, you allow yourself to walk around feeling defeated, wanting them to say, I'm sorry. Hey, get over it. They're not going to say I'm sorry. Okay? Just keep it moving. Give them the benediction, the little church benediction. Hey, I'll holler at you later. I'm gone. Watch between me and thee while we are absent one from another. Keep those type of people absent from you. So that blog will be, do not allow closure and resolution to paralyze your life. So that's going to help somebody. So when you get a chance, make sure you log in between tonight and I'll say Wednesday. There should be some fresh blogs there to hit the website. Remember, the website is www.arisewithdavid.org. Man, I'm so excited today. Of course, a couple weeks ago, I interviewed my homegirl, great friend, NYC. On today, we have Mr. Antoine White. I met this guy a while back, man. He transitioned from St. Louis, and some kind of way we connected because he was doing some event here in Dallas, and it was great, and I went to it. He didn't know me, I didn't know him, so I wanted to go see what this brother was about. So I went to his event, and it was very positive to help the black community, to get them to network and all those great type of things. And man, we've been cool ever since. I mean, it's been times when this brother wanted to say, hey man, deuces to Dallas because stuff is not working right. And I just, told him, hey man, hang in there. Things may not look good now, but you cannot give up. You cannot give up. So man, with that being said, who would have known that this brother would be an inspiration to the Arise with David movement? And he'll be right here in my living room today to talk to us, to tell us about his life, tell us about what he's doing, how his life has impacted him to do the things that he's doing. So we have Mr. Antoine White here with us today. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. So we're grateful for that. And we're just going to talk to him a little bit today. We're going to talk about what gives him his drive and, some of his personal experiences that he has been through as a young black man in the United States of the America. And also talk about, the positivity movement that he also has. He actually has his own business, which is called Young Black Entrepreneurs Network. My friends always call me at the time that I'm trying to do a video. Hey, I told y'all last time, one day we'll get to the point where I have a professional videoing my live feeds, and we won't have to worry about the pressing the end button on these phones. All right? So, hey, man, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good, man. First of all, I like to say I'm glad that you had the opportunity to come and sit and talk to Arise with David, and also some of the listeners that are out there, to tell them, the great things that you're doing, man, because you've been a motivational, inspirational force in my life, and man, I'm grateful just to see young black men wanting to help others is very impactful to me. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, look, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about some things that you're doing with your business, and just tell us what's going on. Because I know earlier we were talking about those of you that are in Dallas that like to get dressed up, man. This dude is hosting an event called the Black Love Ball, and he's going to talk about it a little bit later. But man, connect with this dude, and he's going to give you all of his information where you can find him on Facebook and on Instagram. But that's enough of me talking. I mean, y'all always hear from me. Let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Antoine. So look, Antoine, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, about what you're doing and about your business.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate the invite. Thank you. Been in the Dallas area for the last couple of years. Started my company, Young Black Entrepreneurs Network and Development Group, probably about a year and a half ago. Okay. So things have been going pretty good. Good. Got a few events coming up. Good. Definitely.
Good. So tell us about some of the events that you have going on.
I have a couple events out in DeSoto. I have an event called the Old School Soul Party. Okay. That's January 18th. So
old school party. For those of you that like old school.
It's going to be all old school music. Have a couple DJs there. Have some refreshments there. $10 cover charge. So it should be a good time.
Okay. All right. Cool. That sounds good. So the Young Black Entrepreneurs Network and Development Group, I know that you also do these mixers here in Dallas, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So tell us how the mixers have been going, and what's your purpose? What are you trying to pull out of other small business owners during this mixer that you host?
Okay, so every month I hold a monthly networking event at the Bar Louie in the Arlington Highlands. Okay. And it's usually on a Friday from around 5 to 10. Okay. So it's a free networking event. I bring out all the local entrepreneurs, business owners, and just regular people who ever want to come out and participate and have a good time. Okay. So the energy is good. Free event. Everybody's passing out business cards, hanging out. It's a great time.
And where is that event again?
It's at Bar Louie in the Arlington Highlands.
Now, are there set days that you guys have these events, or usually if someone's following you on Facebook or Instagram, they're updated that way?
Yeah, definitely. It's updated through Facebook and Instagram. Okay. But it's usually held on a Friday every month. Just pretty much depends on the availability of the facility.
Okay. So Antoine White, you can follow him on Facebook. His name is Antoine WHITE. And I'm sure on his page, that's where he posts all of his events where you can follow him closely. So man, that's great. I remember I attended one of your events, and of course that's why I gravitated to you, because anything that's positive, anything to help the community, anything to help a nation move forward, I'm all in. I'm all in. Definitely. So now we're just at that point, man. It's going to be a very laid back interview. You know what I'm saying? And we want you to be transparent with the people, because I believe that within your transparency, it helps people who are really going through those situations. For sure. You know what I'm saying? And to let them know that, hey, don't give up. There's hope. There's still hope for you to get through whatever you're going through. And hey, if you get through it, there's a reward on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And it's a continuous thing. It's not like I push real hard and get my reward. No, because after you get that reward, you got to go up higher. It's almost like playing Mario Brothers. Once you get past level 1, it's time to go to level 2, then level 3 to level 4. So that's basically how it is, man. So, hey, man, so talk to us about, what has given you your drive? I mean, you've moved from St. Louis. You've made a major life change, leaving a place where you grew up. How old are you?
32.
32. You've moved, and you've been here for 3 years, right?
Yes, sir.
3 years. So you have moved from St. Louis, and then you moved to the big city of Dallas. Man, tell me, what has given you, what gave you your drive to even, want to do better in life and to leave where you were to come here to Dallas?
I always just believe, even growing up, you always have to be chasing or pursuing something, whether it's athletically, whether it's in your school, whether it's financially. So me personally, I always have a goal that I'm trying to attain, and something I'm always working towards. So St. Louis, I was doing pretty good in St. Louis, but I pretty much was looking for a change. So I came down to check out Dallas, and Dallas has been pretty good to me so far. So I came to check out the culture, and I saw the culture as far as African American culture and the need for the things that I do as far as my company.
Gotcha.
So started to develop that and develop my network and started to pursue those opportunities.
Gotcha. So within that, you helping black entrepreneurs, like. Where did that drive come from for you to even want to? Because, man, let me tell you, you have to really have a passion to help some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And we're just going to keep it real. Our people, when I say our people, I mean, African-American people, it can be sometimes challenging to help them to see things differently, to progress to levels where every other race is progressing to, right? So what gives you your passion to want to help young black entrepreneurs?
Right. I've always had a good family structure growing up. So both my parents, my mother's a teacher, my daddy does things in the community as well. So having that instilled with me, I have two older brothers. They've done similar things up the community as well. So it's been instilled in me since a young age. So I would say that would definitely benefited me. So learning from them, understanding them, that just like I have my own passion for the community as well.
Right.
I always want to help out my brother. I always want to help out my sister and progress,
Right.
So definitely putting that energy out there. And, we need leaders in the community. So understanding that, seeing someone, I have a college degree. So, just using that and putting that stuff in play and like helping, the younger generation or anyone that I can help inspire. That always pushes me and helps me move forward.
Yes, man. It's great because I feel that when you have a heart to serve, man, it's like the reward is always great, and it continues to good things and great things continue to follow you when you want to do great things for people. So let me ask you this question, just relating to your drive, right? So I hear you mention that as a person you should always have something that you're chasing. Definitely. Always have something that you're pursuing, right?
For sure.
And I heard you highlight that your upbringing and your rearing from your mother and your father really played a intricate part in where your drive comes from, right? Sure. So tell me about where was your headspace when you moved here to Dallas, and you were motivated about starting the Young Black Entrepreneurs Networking and Development Group. But things weren't going as you planned or as you may have envisioned them to go, right?
Right.
What was like the drive that intrigued you to just keep pushing, even though you're in this new place and things are not working out the way that you thought they would work out?
Right. Well, when I actually first moved here, I actually didn't have a job, so I came down and started working in a call center environment. So, that wasn't working out too good.
Right. So, I hate the call center environment. Hate it.
So, like I said, I have a business degree in business administration. So, I have that background. And as I was younger, I just do lawn care. Used to do sell the CDs, that kind of thing. So, I always had a background as far as business as well.
Yeah.
So coming down here, understanding that, then like I said, the call center, that went a little rough. So have all this experience, so might as well put this experience to use.
Yeah.
Have my money saved up pretty good. That's always an aspect too. You always have to be able to jump out there, be decent financially. So that's a point or two.
Right.
All right. So I took a little change or whatever, and decided, I say, hey, took a leap of faith, said, let's do it, let's give it a try, and it's been pretty good so far.
Wow. Great, man. So now it's time to talk about where all this stuff comes from. So I'm sure that there's been some personal experiences in your life that you've encountered that has given you the hope to keep going. It gives you the want to keep pursuing. It gives you the push to want to do things more. All these innovative ideas that you always telling me about and stuff like that, man. Has there been some personal experiences that has impacted you greatly to the point where you've learned from these experiences to be the young black man that you are today?
I'll say I've kind of always been the underdog, I've always been successful in what I've done, but a lot of times I've been an underdog because people they misread me. Yeah. So I can be laid back at times, so people can kind of take that energy, the laid back energy, and they think it is kind of being nonchalant or you don't care. Right. So I've always faced that, and I've had experiences in high school where teachers feel like couldn't handle the coursework simply because they misread my energy. Yeah. So I get that a lot of times. So going through those kind of experiences, that kind of like, well, it'll kind of put you down at first, but it will boost your confidence and say, hey, let me go out here and prove these people wrong, prove myself right, and achieve success while I'm doing it.
Right. It's amazing how you bring that up, because I think even this day and age that we have a lot of individuals like yourself, young individuals like yourself, that express themselves in a way that you would express yourself. Exactly. And teachers and educators take it the wrong way and don't really dissect the character of that child.
Actual person, yeah, for sure.
And I mean, now there's programs in place and different workers that fall under that profession to work with those type of kids. But I mean, back in the day, we really didn't have that. I mean, if you showed no interest, you were either put in the back of the classroom or or get out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, it's good that even though you had was misinterpreted or misread, you still did not give up, and you still did not just say, hey, whatever they say goes, I'm still going to be somebody and make something out of my life.
Well, sure. It always comes down with being comfortable with yourself, understanding who you are, and understanding your full potential. Yes. So if you understand those things, then the sky's the limit. Yes. People may not see it all the time. The things that you have inside of you, people may not be able to see it. As long as you can see it and you're able to put that vision out, then everything will be fine.
Now, you said something real good there. You said that sometimes there are things inside of you that people don't see, but as long as you stick to it, then that's when it will come to fruition. So let me ask you this. So why is it not important for others to see what you see in you?
Honestly, most times they just can't really. So, society is kind of, everybody wants everybody to be like them. So it's like, if you kind of stick out, if you kind of like, I don't want to go this way, people kind of judge you, or they can kind of like outcast you sometimes. So it's like sticking with that, knowing what your gifts are, like understanding what your gifts are. That's why it's good to maybe have a mentor. Yes. So a mentor or older person in your community can sit you down and say, hey, David, you're pretty good at this. You're pretty good at art. You're pretty good at drawing. So this may be something you want to work on, or something you may want to develop. So even that, or finding like someone you can have a common interest in, or someone that looks like you or favor you, that understands where you come from, that's a good way too to get that.
So a mentor. So is a mentor someone that is older than you?
They don't necessarily have to be older. Okay. They don't necessarily have to be
older. So talk to me. What when you say mentor, because that's something good. That's something good for you guys to hear, that he said, it's good to have a mentor when you are moving forward and progressing in life to be successful. It's good to have a mentor. And I asked, my question was, hey, I mean, does a mentor have to be older than you or what? But I mean, talk to me.
Not necessarily. So everybody has a different set of experiences. So I may have seen something that you haven't seen yet. So they don't necessarily have to be older, but someone you have a good understanding with, someone you're comfortable with talking with, and someone you're comfortable with expressing your feelings with, then that person can easily be a mentor to you.
There's many people, man. The reason why I put a peg right there is because there's many people in life that's taking, since you're all around business entrepreneurship, there's people that I have talked to and tried to give just feedback relating to their business, relating to how I feel they should do things. Now, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, I mean, I have a catering company, the Rise with David movement, and I've always been that business-minded individual. Right. However, corporate America has taught me a lot. Yeah. So the fundamentals and principles that I learned from corporate America can be applied almost anywhere.
For sure.
Right? So it's good that when you take those steps to broaden your horizon in entrepreneurship, that you talk to individuals and get feedback from them before you make your decision. Because, their wisdom can help you from making the wrong turn.
For sure.
And the thing is that some people are so prideful to the point where, you can't tell me nothing.
It's a lot of that out here.
It's a lot, and it's a lot of people like, I can't take advice from you. I can't take wisdom from you, because, you don't know what you're talking about. But sometimes it's good to get wisdom and receive feedback from people.
Yeah, it is.
Whether it's good or bad.
Right.
All types are indifferent, right? All types of feedback help you to progress and move differently in whatever you're doing.
Yeah, it's good to sit down and maybe take some time out to yourself to analyze that information as well. Not necessarily is this person coming in, is their energy good?
Yeah.
Why are they telling me this?
Yeah.
It may be something that you see already, but
Yeah.
you just need another person to tell you.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot too. Like I sit down, I take a lot of time to myself. I isolate myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to like sit back, get my thoughts together, and
Right.
and put that information to my best use. So
Isolation.
Yeah, definitely.
Why is it good? Why is it good to isolate yourself?
So I'll just give you an example. Even with the event planning, I may run across 100 people at an event. That's 100 different energies that you're bringing in.
Yeah.
So that can cloud your space a lot. So sometimes you just want to sit back in your own energy, in your own thoughts, and progress the information on a daily basis and say, hey, that may not be too good, or hey, that may be good. So your own personal observation.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. You have to have your own your own. So what you're saying is, even though you receive the feedback, you have to be able to decipher or dissect.
Right. Fully analyze it.
What you're being told.
Exactly.
And pull the good that you need.
Right.
And then flush out the rest.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel that. In dealing with isolation, since you put it, since you were talking about that, I mean, it's important to isolate yourself to gather your thoughts, but isolation relating to moves that you make from a business standpoint. How would you put into words to help an entrepreneur that they need to understand that sometimes it's good to just separate themselves from some things before taking the next step to move forward?
Yeah, like I say, with different energies, people's energy can bring you down. Just like if you're around two people and they're bank robbers, you don't know they're bank robbers, whatever they're doing, they can put you in a situation that you weren't expecting. So being around people, like understanding their energies, how do their energies play into your energy? So everybody, it's just like dating, everybody you meet, so they may not be good for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you have to sit back and analyze that, break people down for your personal growth as well. So, you may be carrying some people with you that may not need to come along for the ride.
Okay, all right. Now we're getting there. So you say we might be carrying some people that are not doesn't have a seat for the ride.
Exactly.
Talk to us a little bit more about that.
So your full potential, your full potential may be here. The person you're with, they may be here, or they're trying to stop here. You're not okay with stopping here. You want to go here. They're okay with stopping here. So it's like being around certain people can stop your progress. You see what I'm saying? So he's okay with being here, but you, David, personally, you're trying to achieve this.
Yes.
So in order to achieve this status, then you may have to get rid of that person that's just trying to stop here.
Right. Complacency.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So you saying the formula is if you have individuals that are around you, surrounding you, energies that are around you that are here, that don't want to shift upward.
Right.
And they just comfortable staying right here and want you to stay right here.
Right.
Got to break loose.
Yeah. Then it's your own personal growth. So today, 6 months from today, you should be improved on some point in your life. Like, you shouldn't be staying at the same point. You know what I mean? You should be constantly want to achieve some kind of growth. You know what I mean? Growth within your health, growth within your appearance, growth within your mentality, growth within how you speak and interact with people and even the problems you run across.
Yes.
So 5 years ago, you may have screamed at that person, but you say, hey, no, I'm not screaming anymore.
Right,
exactly.
right. I mean, I actually talked about that on my birthday. I was like, yeah, you know, everyone turns up for their birthday, you know. They turn up for their birthday, they go out, they drink, they, you know, whatever they do to celebrate their birthday. However, when you realize that you're growing and you're aging, you should reflect back on your birthday to say, what have I accomplished in life? Like, what have I done that I can look back on to see that I've progressed?
Right.
And while you turning up and popping bottles and looking swagged out from head to toe, what have you done to improve your being in your character, your, like you said, your career, your every day-to-day walk? You know, what have you done to improve that? So you talk about energies, which is something that the Rise with David movement really believes in and really promotes, which is positive energy.
For sure.
Why would you say it's important for one to keep or to have positive energy, not only within themselves, but also around them?
Yeah, you know, the world beats you up every day.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be something every day, some kind of obstacle, some kind of challenge, some kind of, in corporate America, your boss is being difficult today. So it's like, you know, understanding that, like, and preparing yourself for the things that are going to come today. Yeah. So understanding that mentally, say, hey, I'm going to defeat all these obstacles. I'm going to defeat all these challenges. I'm going to defeat all these people, whether it's mentally, you know what I mean? Yeah. So staying a step ahead. Then, like, maybe even writing down your goals, understanding what your exact purpose is. Like, this is what I'm here to do. Yeah. So staying positive energy is the only way I'm going to get here. Yeah. Yeah. So understanding that. Yeah. So I would say, I was just going to say this about the last point. People, I would probably suggest that everyone probably do a vision board. A vision board at the beginning of each year. A vision board to outline what you're trying to achieve this year, the steps how am I going to get there, outlining those things so you fully understand what your vision is. Yeah. So it'll be clear. You can go, hey, you had a tough day at work today? Yeah. All right. That vision board is right there hanging on the wall. You can come in here and look at that board and say, that's your motivation. Yes. So keep it positive, that positive energy, that board, that's going to get you there.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100% because even me, myself, I have, like, not only in my house, I mean, there's one right there. I have affirmations everywhere because as an individual, you need to be reminded daily about positive things in your life. Right. Because just like you say, the world beats us up every single day. So you control your space. You control who hangs around you. You control your circles. You control the energies around you. So since you have that control, you dictate and you determine how or who you want to be in your space. And with that being said, when you said, you know, the whole vision board thing, remind yourself daily on those goals. If you have people around you that are not reminding you of your goals that you have set in your life, you don't need to hang around with those people. Definitely. You need to hang around with cultivators. For sure. Individuals that, let's say for instance, if Antoine shares his vision with me or shares a dream with me or shares his goals with me, you know, I'm going to let 60, 90 days go by and I'm calling Antoine. I'm going to be like, hey man, based upon our last conversation, how far did you progress to achieve your goal? How far did you progress to achieve what you dreamed about or your vision that came across your head? Those are the type of people that you should hang around. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, You know, it's crazy. I had a conversation with a friend a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about like motivation part, like kind of like outside of like your mother and your father, like who motivates you and who puts positive energy into you on a daily basis. So if you really think about that, that's kind of deep. Like, okay. And you may not even get it from your mother and your father. Depends on your relationship. So yeah.
Help. That's transparent.
Yeah.
Because normally it's customary to receive support from mommy and daddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But somebody out there don't receive the love. Man, there's some people that's looking right now. Their parents, some of their parents haven't even told them that they love them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? So in that space, I mean, if it's not coming from mom or dad, like...
Where do you get it from?
Yeah. So how does it look?
Yeah. So that's why I've been meeting some good people out here in Dallas since I've been here. So a lot of positive people, encouraging people from all over the country. Yeah. So it's been pretty good here in Dallas. So there's a lot of people. Dallas is a good place to be right now.
Yeah, yeah.
As far as being an entrepreneur and it's been around that energy. So that's been pretty good. But I would say that's key. The people that you're around, in order to get to that next step, like those people you're around, that's how you'll get to. They're going to push you to that next step. They should push you to the next step.
Right.
The people that you're around.
Right.
So the company that you keep and the people that you call friends, that's very important.
Ooh, the friend word, the F word, friends. Help somebody out there, because I mean, somebody may be looking right now and watching. You know, they may be in a struggle. They may be in a fight. They may be in a battle, because the things that we're talking about right now, relating to positivity, relating to good energy and all that stuff, they may have been in a friendship for years.
Forever.
And they've been dealing with that negativity for years.
Right.
But now they're realizing that this negativity is paralyzing me, and it's kind of stopping me from moving ahead.
Right.
Help them with how can they, let go, or how can they move around? Like, have you ever had that experience?
No,
happen to you? Like, talk to them, help them out.
And friendship can be like contract sometimes. It seems like you signed a contract with that person your whole life.
Right.
But that's not necessarily the case. Like I said, it's not selfish. Your personal growth is what comes first.
Yes.
So fully understanding that, a lot of people, I'm looking out for him, I'm looking out for her, but like that's not catered to your personal growth.
Yeah.
So your personal growth has to come first. So fully understanding that, you know what I mean? Look out for yourself first.
Right.
Look out for your health. Look out for your well-being. Look out for your finances. So if they're not like benefiting you in any of those categories, then those are probably not the people to be around.
Yeah. Because I mean, man, I can't, fathom now the stage where I am now in life. But I remember when people would call me. People would call me sometime, and every single time they call me, it's something negative. It's like, did you see this one? What they had on, or I can't pay my bill, or it's just always something negative, or always something going on. I had to separate myself from that type of energy, because what that do is it pulls you down. Definitely. You can be here, and they call you with
and the mood changes.
They call you with their problems. They call you with mess and confusion and all that kind of stuff, and it just totally knocks you off course.
But you know what? That's why we need leaders in our community. So this space that you're in now, Arise with David, is very important. So you probably don't even realize who you're reaching, who you're motivating, who's watching. So like what I do, like I fully understand that. Like okay, something I didn't get growing up, that doesn't necessarily mean that this gentleman or this lady right here, they don't deserve to have that. Yeah. So understand that's probably the time you should do too, leadership.
Oh wow.
Fully understanding what comes with leadership.
Yes.
How to present leadership.
Yeah.
How to walk in leadership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So understanding that for our community, that's very key for our community. We need leaders.
It's vital, because right now, and I'm getting ready to step on some toes, but it's all good. This is Arise with David, so that's what we do. Right now, the black community, since we're on since we're in that space, right? the black community for so long and so many years has looked to preachers, pastors, and leaders of the church as leaders of the community. As, the stars, whatever they say, they have all the answers.
Right.
However, we're in a dispensation right now. We've been there, but now we're dealing with millennials that's just bringing some things that has happened in the dark to the light.
Right. And,
millennials are not like baby boomers. Baby boomers, they saw shit happen, but they just swept shit under the rug. Yeah. Now we're dealing with an entirely different generation where, preacher, pastor, you're not going to tell me that I can't live with my boyfriend or live with my girlfriend when I know that you're having sex with your first assistant and you have your whole first lady sitting on the front row. Like, they calling stuff out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I really do believe we need to connect on that whole leadership aspect of things, because we have children that's growing up that need those leaders. They need to see those strong black men as leaders in the community, not necessarily in the church, but just in general.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a position, because position does not constitute leadership.
Exactly.
Because there's many people in positions of leadership but don't have the character of a leader.
And that's in every walk.
Yes.
Work, in every walk that you can think of.
Yes.
So here's my thing. Like, when you talk about the church, like, what's the goal? Like, okay, I understand you're trying to make people better Christians. Yes. Okay. But are you also trying to make people better people overall? So that's a key question. And you have to understand that, like, okay, are you trying to make me a better person? Are you trying to make your community better? You see what I'm saying?
Or are you trying to make your four walls, your building, better?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference. Like, okay, you can be a good Christian.
Yeah.
But are you a good person as well?
Yes.
There's a difference.
Yes.
So a lot of us don't understand that.
We don't, because we spend so much time, and the reason why I'm so educated and aligned and knowledgeable about the ecclesia, the whole church aspect of things, because that's where I come from. That's my background. That's like my background, man. We spend more time talking about tithes and offerings and building funds, to the point where there's people in our congregation that don't even know about credit.
No, really, yeah. What's the purpose of, if you go to every inner city in the United States, it's probably about 5 churches on each corner, each street, for real.
Yes.
So it's like, but what purpose? How do you have that many churches on the corner, but the community still looks the way it looks, and the people still act the way they act, and the people...
And the mentality is not changed.
Exactly.
The psyche is still the same.
So what are you putting into those people? What are you really putting into those people?
And somebody asked themselves that. Because, we have people that, dedicate their entire life to church.
Yeah.
And the same way they were the first day they walked up to give their life to Christ, or whatever the little ritual is that they do, they're still those same people right now. Matter of fact, man, we're highlighting on this morning. I put a post up about, hey, it's all about relationship, but make sure if you're going, be changed. Go somewhere where your life is changing. You know what I'm saying? For so many years, my mom wasn't able to teach me about credit because she wasn't knowledgeable on credit. So I could hold that against her, right? But when you know better, that's when you start to do better. Exactly. So you need to put yourself in an area where the pastor or leader or whoever is more concerned, or your leader at work, your boss at work. They want you to be a better person than versus what you bring to the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what a leader is.
That's what a leader is, man.
Exactly.
A leader will sacrifice what they're doing to make sure that the next person makes it.
Yeah. So when you really should do a section on it, like a whole section on that, fully understanding leadership and what comes with it. Yeah. Like, a lot of people, okay, you're in a position, like, okay, you're at the top with it, but you're not a leader.
Yes, sir.
A leader is supposed to put the 4 people below you, to put them in a better position. So, okay.
Yes, sir.
I come on down times. Yes, I need 4 people. They're here to help me back up.
Yes, sir. We have something back in New Orleans, and it's known amongst the culture, and Rise of David is not that it's not a pro-black type of movement, but at the end of the day, we come into encounter with individuals that are passionate about their culture.
Right.
With that being said, you've heard about the crab mentality when when one tried to get up, we as a race we pull the other one down, right?
Uh-huh.
That has been going on for so many years.
Forever.
What a leader do is a leader identifies what's going on, and a leader calls it out, whatever it is that's going on, and get them to change their thinking, to change their mindset.
Right.
A leader is not going to talk bad about the ones that's trying to pull them down, because a leader knows probably where that headspace is.
You're defeating the purpose.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
A leader's not going to talk about the ones that's trying to get up, that's being pulled. A leader's going to identify and talk to both parties to get them to see the bigger picture on why it's not important to one, leave one behind, and then why it's not important. Why is it important not to pull one down that's trying to get ahead?
So that's why you get the so-called, I don't really like that word, pro-black people or whatever.
Yeah.
So then you get the people that may not have the certain knowledge, whatever. So how can you be pro-black but then talk down on your counterparts?
Yes.
You see, you defeat the purpose.
Yes. You represent Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, you're talking down on your yeah. Oh man. So look, we just left out of 2018, getting ready to enter into 2019. Well, we're in 2019. We here, 2019 already, right? So I want you to talk to the people that's out there, and let me fix this right quick. Boom. All right. I want you to talk to the people out there, the listeners, the followers of Arise with David, and tell them something inspirational. If you want to give some fundamentals or some principles, why they should forget about 2018, or what's the great things ahead in 2009. Just come in your own way and just give someone something very motivational to stand on, to move and go through 2019 with no worries.
2019, let's just level up. Cut the TV off.
Yeah.
Pick up a book.
Yeah.
Study a little bit. Write down your dreams. Write down your passion.
Yeah.
Console your neighbor. Give somebody a hug. Be positive.
Yeah.
Think positive. We're getting a little older, so it's time to actually focus in, or write down one specific thing that you really want to focus in on.
Yeah.
Write it out, focus in on it. Get away from the distractions. We're naturally built to be. We're not built to be killing each other. We're not built to be. We're strong. We're strong people. So arise with David. Let's arise together.
Yeah, let's arise together. That's all. That's what it's all about, man. Well, Antoine, I'd like to thank you for sharing with us today, man. This has been great. This has been very motivational, not only for me, but I know for the listeners as well. I'm looking at everyone sending their comments and their likes and people coming on. Man, I appreciate you that you just took the time to on this Sunday evening to talk to us, talk to the Rise of David movement. And this is not the last time, of course. We will be working together on some other things, and also we'll be bringing back some individuals who we interviewed here in December, January, and February, and we're going to have a panel discussion in the month of March, and we're going to have these individuals come in, and we're going to talk about some everyday things that most people don't like to talk about, but however, it still helps to hear those things. It helps to get other people's views on how to handle certain situations that, individuals are just not talking about, or they don't feel comfortable, bringing to the forefront. So again, Antoine, man, we thank you. We appreciate you, man. Follow this guy on Facebook. You have Instagram?
Yeah, my Instagram is YBE_networking_group.
Yes.
And all the events and all the things I do in the area are listed there. Mm-hmm. Or you can also give me a call. I can have a conversation with you. You can reach out to me. It's 314-630-4465. That's Antoine White. Look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, well, we are excited. We thank you for sharing with us today and looking at the video. for another empowerment talk. And remember, just like my quote says, your tomorrow gets its momentum from the words that you speak today. And look, as you continue to arise with David, David will continue to arise with you. Let me tell you, stay positive, keep positive energy around you, because the energy that you keep around you will control your very next step in life and will dictate the success that you reach in life. See y'all next week when we come talking to, we have this individual that will be talking about his experiences, another special guest. So make sure you stay tuned. And that's basically it. So, go back to your dining rooms, eat on some good fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and whatever else you have in your kitchen. Also, I'd like to send a shout out to my grandmother. Happy birthday, Helen Franklin. I love you, sweetheart. I think she made 87 or 88 today. Forgive me if I forgot. I just know that she is the pillar and the diamond of the Franklin family, and I love her dearly. So that's it from us, guys. Love you. See y'all later, and we'll talk then.